To go ahead and bring up my directors real quick. They're going to all get their proper introduction, but it's Kenny Lewis, Phyllis Nash, Jaquelyne Underwood. You guys can start making your way on the stage, and again, they're going to get their proper introduction because these are superstars. Now, people always tell me, Melissa, you're a leader. I say, no, I'm a humble follower. When you hear the credentials of these individuals, you're going to realize that all I have to do is get up, wake up, smile, say, what do you need, right? And follow them all to the bank, right? Because they are absolutely incredible leaders. In fact, it doesn't get any better than these three individuals. In fact, for those of you who were at our previous Super Saturday, our previous red carpet, who came to the last red carpet? Remember hearing about the Freedom Ride, right? The Freedom Ride, right? And this lady is her own Harriet Tubman, right? She was on the Freedom Ride from Chicago. She got on that bus. A power team leader in a coach's corner. She got off the bus. That's her picture, right? Exactly. Let's do this here. We're going to pull up here. There you go. Pull it up. Good job right there. And if I can sing, I would sing to you guys. But y'all would be running out the room. Y'all would play that song. No, we're not doing that today. I've got a rap concert. Okay, here we go. And see, I put together all these graphics. Y'all got to see my hard work. Y'all got to see this stuff, right? So we have some talent, right? We can say sparkle and blink. Okay. It should work? Okay, perfect. Okay, so the question again this morning is, do you suffer from ESS? And if so, we're going to have you call 911 ZamZuu. Y'all got the telephone number? 911 ZamZuu. Some of y'all feel like y'all already need a caller. Y'all don't even know the symptom is. You're like, whatever it is, I know I got it, right? I got it, right? Well, here's the symptoms, okay? Your genealogy isn't growing. Everybody can relate to that, right? If you got that symptom, right? Although the harvest never happens in the same season you plant the seeds, you've been planting for 2 seasons or more, and still nothing, no sign of life. Anybody can relate to that, right? You're planting, it's like, when is my harvest going to come, right? I've been faithful. I've been dedicated. A closer look. Because when you first come to get your checkup, I mean, you have the signs of health, right? I mean, you're excited. Yeah. You're on the morning call. Yeah. You're on the evening call. You're at the weekly meeting. You're at the Super Saturday. You're even here at Red Carpet. Right? I mean, you talked to 100 people or more in the last 6 months. A couple of them even joined your team, right? But you still are struggling. Genealogy still isn't doing what you wanted to do, right? Anybody feel like I diagnosed you with something, right? I mean, I got that symptom, I got that right there. What is it, Melissa? Tell me what it is, right? The doctors are they're like, I don't know. You look like perfect health, right? You're smiling, you're excited, you're here today, right? But then finally, there's a medical breakthrough, right? A diagnosis is here at last, right? And we just found out that you have a syndrome called empty funnel syndrome. Right? You put 100 people in the funnel, and you thought 4 or 5 would join, right? 100 would join, right? All of them, right? Maybe 2 join, and you think that's the way you get to directorship, right? And so I have some of the most powerful experts who I brought in today. Because folks, if you're suffering from it, there's only 3 people I know, right, who are most qualified to cure you say? And I brought the doctors here today.
All right.
Yes, here's the bottom line. In order for us to cure you from ESS, right, we need to give you something called PPP, right? And what is that? You got to talk to people. And more than what you're talking to right now. If you think 100 people was enough, folks, they're going to blow you away when you hear from our doctors, right? You have to have some of those people become prospects, not suspects. Some of you talk to suspects, and you think you're going to become a director, right? And then some of those prospects have to actually become partners, business partners, right? And we're going to talk about that process. In fact, folks, this is a doctor we call the master recruiter. His philosophy is the law of large numbers. Okay? In fact, this is a gentleman who owns over 50 corporations, folks. See, some of you are so busy, right? Try running over 50 companies with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of employees, right? These are corporations you've invested $20 million of your money into, right? And yet, you come into our company on a not part-time basis, on a spare time basis, and look at this, folks. He is national director. He does it in 90 days. He gets the sapphire ring, which shows he earned over $100,000, shy of $500,000, but he did it in 90 days. He's the multiple recipient of the $10,000 bonus. He's earned it so many times we've lost track, like 7 or 8 times, right? He's the multiple recipient of the $5,000 bonus. In fact, he's a Costa Rica champion. But before we had the Costa Rica, we had this thing called the Super Bowl. You know, they gave away Super Bowl tickets. You're out here when they did that? Yeah. This guy came in after the contest had already been in full effect for like, what, 2 months or so? He had 11 days left to beat everybody in the company. And 11 days later, he became the Super Bowl champion, sitting there on the 50-yard line, right? He just opened up another restaurant about 2 weeks ago. During the middle of opening up that restaurant, we had an event in Atlanta called the Bold, Brilliant, and Cool Men. Despite all of his obligations, he flew to Atlanta, flew back to finish opening up his restaurant, right? Can you understand why he's who he is, right? This is a man who I don't believe sleeps, right? I'm not even sure if he's human, but I do know he's working right now in the supernatural, right? With